Howdy, folks. Hello. Hope y'all are doing well. Thank y'all very much for coming. I know we are late. That is because there is unfortunately some bad weather in my area. We've had some flickering lights. We're asked to shelter in place for a bit, but we seem to be all okay. Seem to be ready to go in that regard, so we should be all right to keep streaming. That being said, if I disappear quickly or suddenly or anything like that happens, it could just be because I lost power or something wonky's happening on my end. So apologies for all of the delays and all of the issues with getting this started, but I really wanted to come on live today and talk a little bit and get these streams started. So I thought we might as well do it if time and weather and everything permits. So we'll be doing that for the goal of the next 3 streams that I've planned, and we've got 1 today and 2 tomorrow to wrap up Global Hack Week beautifully. The goal behind these streams is to effectively just go ahead and build out some nice mobile apps. So we did a full technical track Monday through Thursday where we focused on building new apps in Swift with Firebase and with some Google Calendar integration. So we'll spend a couple minutes of this stream talking through some of the things that I did, why I did them, how I did them, things like that. Then I definitely want to spend this stream polishing up that app a little bit. Maybe working on some of the architecture stuff that's also going to go into our Android app, which will likely be working on most of the streams tomorrow pretty much, because there are 2 streams tomorrow. But for those of you who are here, thank you so much for coming. Like I said, I know there's a delay, so let's get a couple of links up and running, shall we? First one we're going to get is the check-in link. The second one we're going to get is the GitHub link for the project that we're currently working on. So let's get that in quick. So here is the GitHub link for everything that we've managed to do so far. And then let's pop this open on Discord here. And then expand this, and then get this check-in link right here. So this is the specific check-in link for today. I know it's called Hackokari. That's because we've been trying to kind of figure out what to do these streams. And I've been, trying lots of different fun new things, which is exciting, but also sometimes a little bit more difficult. Let me see here. Everything looks good. I think it should. Yeah, totally. Awesome. We're looking smooth here. Looks great. Let's close y'all out a little bit. And there's that. So yeah, links are in the chat. And then let me go ahead and share my screen, and we'll do a little bit of talk through this app. So we've got a to-do list here that I have from the stream from last time, and we'll go ahead and work through it. All right. Looks like we're having some connectivity issues, so if we are, my apologies, but we should be okay. Fingers crossed. Like I mentioned, the weather is really bad outside right now. And so we are not having the best time in my area. We unfortunately are in tornado watch still. We're in tornado warning. We had a tornado watch earlier. We're in tornado warning until, right about when my stream is scheduled to end, unfortunately. But usually tornado watches aren't too dangerous, or tornado warnings aren't too dangerous, but tornado watches are. And we had the siren go off, which means there's a tornado within a few miles of our area. So, anyway, we're safe. Everything is good. Just once again, apologies for the delay and apologies for the weather situation and any potential power safety, streaming issues that might affect y'all. That being said, this is just what we worked on earlier. So we've got our app login page here where we authenticate with Apple and with Google. This allows us to, work through the app and connect to the next specific pages. And so that is kind of the goal behind that. Specifically, and then in addition to that, no, cancel the goal, please. In addition to that, so this is kind of the, well, let me just reload it. That's the authentication page, and the authentication page takes us to the task page, which for us is called the home view. So in the home view here, we have all of these tasks that you can click on, and they have a title, a due date, a description, their status, and how much time you spent on them, and then a variety of different functional buttons. So an archive button, like warning blocked completed button, a timer button, and an add to calendar button. So currently, as you saw, these two buttons, actually these three buttons are functional. The archived button, currently there's some issues with it actually saving the data through back to the home screen, so we'll be working on that as well. And then finally, last but certainly not least, hold on. I want to make sure it's not anything important, because we also get messages if there's any issues with the weather, so I'll make sure we're all good. Okay, great. That's fine. All right. Sorry about that, but just seems like a project update for one of my classes, so nothing too serious. But that's what the tasks look like, and then we have a bunch of different things that we want to finish up, and then we want to go ahead and work on that. So I want to focus on SignOn of Apple and SignOn of Google are the two big ones. SignOn of Apple currently doesn't connect to the database, and SignOn of Google currently does not redirect to the home view. Then we also need to add the user's task to the Firebase. Ooh, thunder, nice. We also need to add the user's task to the Firebase, and then add some functionality to our buttons. Completed, pending, and blocked is done. We need to, well, it's not really done. It just changes the status on the page, but it does not persist back to the screen. So archive removes from list, stopwatch tracks the times, and then calendar exports to Google Calendar. So updating this, we need to add persistence, which should just occur when we add the user's task to Firebase. So let's try and do that. And let's also focus on some of the sign-in authentication stuff, because it'll be helpful for when we're also doing it in Android, which we'll be doing later this week, or tomorrow, if you will. So let's go ahead and do sign in with Apple Firebase. So before I begin, I need to configure sign with Apple, enable the Apple provider, and then I might want to honestly take a look at one of my old projects in which I did sign in with Apple and see how we did it there. And also sign in with Google, of course. Ask Guru. Website. Let's see here. Task Guru. Yes. No, that's not the app that I need actually. This is the current app that I'm working on. This one. Let's see here. We want, it's somewhere in our login and authentication stuff. Login. Let's see. Okay, for sign in, we have the authentication, and we add the record. So we're gonna need to go to auth view for this. So the way that my old app did it is we had a switch for the view model state, but we have navigation links here, so that should be fine. We need to add in a record, and then we have an authentication view model. All right, we'll definitely need the authentication view model, and we'll most likely need the login page stuff. So database, We'll declare that definitely because we'll need it. So this is our database, and we also need to import into that Firebase and Firebase Firestore, in addition to Firebase and Firebase Firestore. Yep. So we can get these in here, which is lovely. Let's see that. Should just function, but cool. We haven't changed any functionality yet, so that's great. And we want to display the view model and sign in with Google. Let's search for sign in with Google. Okay, we've got the authentication, sign in with Apple button, and the old code that I'm looking at. So this has a request, which does look a little bit different. So we have the knots. This gets modified. It definitely has. Oh, yes, we need, in here, we need authentication services and CryptoKit, most likely, and potentially Firebase. Oh, we already have authentication services. So we need CryptoKit. No, go back. We need CryptoKit. We probably need Firebase. So the sign in with button, sign in button, sign in with Apple button. The sign in with Apple button really has no .random non-string. I don't believe that. Oh, we got lightning too. Ooh, that's loud. All right, we have the on completion result and switch result. If the case is successful, then we want to well, I need to get these two functions in here. So these are functions to get the random. I need to write the random non-string function. Now I'll do it. My apologies. Let's go back into this code. And then I've got the function down here to write the random non-string as well as the char strings. Well, these go just right in here, right on the bottom, I believe. Right? Y'all, this lightning is kind of crazy. And this thunder. It's been a while since I've had anything this crazy. Yes, I know Sign of Apple currently has no current nons. Actually, So this is to authenticate users with the Google, which we have in Google sign-in button. That's view model to sign in, which is an authentication view model. That just does all of this stuff. And then in the case of, so let's see here, right? So we have sign in with Apple. Actually, the authentication user should have authenticate user for user with error. Cool. So it has that's what we need. Cool. Private var, current nonce is a text string. Do I need to mark it as mutating? I don't think I should need to. We sign in with Apple. Okay. This is just a view as opposed to an observable string, so that's a little different. So we'll have to let the authentication results, so printing authentication successful, to do the following. Okay. Notification manager is not found. So it's interesting because we should definitely have a notification manager. Oh, this weather's crazy. Let's see here. Notification. I can't even index through this project. Cannot find notification manager in scope. Let's Google this error for a second. See what we can come up with. Oh, I have a notification manager class in here. Got it. So let me create a new file, which is the notification manager. Do that. Put it right in here. Should be able to sign that in to Apple. Would it be? Do I have to change the current nonce? I do. I just remove these? Because it's not like it was in the original one. So it should hypothetically be all good. As long as I potentially set the nonce to current nonce. That would make sense. We'll force unwrap it for now, see if that works. Cool. We get all these. And that hypothetically should focus on this. Then finally, if that hypothetically works, we should redirect to home queue. All right, let's plug in. I'm gonna have to take a quick break, just to get my. Oh boy, the weather here's crazy, folks. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna take a quick break to get my. Get my phone real quick, because I don't remember where I put it. And then we can run this app on the computer. So it'll literally be about 2 seconds. I'll be right back. And there we go. It's still thundering, still yucky outside, but that's okay because we're safe and indoors. I can plug in my device really quickly, make sure all the appropriate permissions are set, and then we can begin testing this login stuff. We'll test the login a little bit more, see what's happening. Discord. See if everything's going well. Seems to be going smoothly, which is great. Wonderful. All right, app has launched on my phone, I believe, or is on its way to launch. It's waiting to attach at the moment. And then it's running, and then it's running, and then it's... Is it running? Aha, beautiful. Okay, so here's the app on my phone. Let's try and sign in with Apple. We get redirected, that's great. Let's try and do that again, except we're signing with Google. No redirect, unfortunately. So, navigation link does not work on sign in with Google. But I'm trying to figure this out. No, this makes sense. Let's do navigation link does not work on sign in with Google. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Let's try this. See what happens. But I need to run on my phone again. Let's see here. Alrighty. Might need to delete and re-download the app on my phone and see if that fixes it. So that automatically deletes the app's data, so there's that. And let's run it again, because it's gonna have to build on my phone and do all that. I really want to make sure this works. So it's running, it's doing its thing. Sign with Google. Continue, you want to use Google to sign in. That makes sense to me. Let's try and use Google to sign in. Attempting to load a view controller. Okay. Result in identified behavior. This is in C++. Oh boy, it's thundering out there. So fun. Let's see here. Yes. I'll unlock my phone to continue. I might need to add some like debug statements and fix this up. So I want to definitely make sure that, sign in with Google works. It's telling me the user canceled the sign-in flow, despite me not actually canceling the sign-in flow. Where is it printing is the user canceled the sign-in flow? No. Here. Nowhere. Delegate does not conform to UI application delegate protocol. Let's Google this error, see if that's it. Initialize setup authentication. Yeah, I really don't have an app delegate. Let's try this. Let me try and do setup authentication up here, potentially. move the initializer here. Let's try that maybe. Let's see what happens. I'm curious if that's the issue or not. Okay, we're back on the phone. Click some buttons, shall we? Oh. Please call Firebase app. Continue before using Firestore. Okay. Well, let me just move the Firebase app.configure up here. And then inject this into the app cycle. Cool, and then maybe let's remove this. I'm pretty sure I declared the database right here anyway. Let's try that. Let's try that again. Rerun the project, install and everything. Let's see. Okay, no errors so far, which is a good start. Alright, cool. Yikes. Alright, sign in with Apple. Still works, which is a good sign, but not really. Sign in with Google. Continue. Approve. No errors, but it does not redirect. Which is unfortunate. It's somehow worse because I don't even have a place to go to. Let me check on the Firebase console to see if we even managed to get it to show up. Whether the authentication went through on Apple. It didn't still. Still not actually authenticating the user with Apple. I mean, it is, but like it's ignoring it effectively. So what if I just did instead of these being navigation links, I made them modify like the sign-in view. This is the way I did it in one of my old apps. That worked relatively well. Because right now, if you press sign in with Apple, it still redirects you, no matter whether you actually sign in with Apple or not. Which is kind of the problem. And sign in with Google just crashes if you do it on the simulator. Which is why I haven't done it yet. Okay. Cool. Yeah, preview crashes. So that's all helpful. Hello, thank you for coming. Yes. Just reopen it. Yeah, that'd be cool. Thank you for coming. I'm happy you're joining me. We've got Yeah, I think I might not want to use navigation views in here. Let's remove these. And then instead of navigation links, I want to try something new. I'll try these as buttons. Right now they should not. Oh, okay, so they're still clickable. That's okay. Hey, why does it crash in Title of Apple? That's not good. Okay, well, let's. I guess we can test it on the phone soon. We are building a task tracker / like time tracking app on iOS. So with some Google Cloud tools. That's kind of fun. Okay, so same with Apple. What I want to do is maybe something like I had in my old project, which I'll just grab real quick. And there, within login, we had this case in the view model. So it's an enum of sign-in state, which we can put in, I guess, here. So we have sign in and sign out. And then we have a database. Thank you. It's going well. We've got an enum of sign-in state with sign in and sign out. Then we get published var state, which is signed in, sign out by default, right? I'll just get rid of published for now. Var state, sign in state is sign out. Great. Okay. And then in here, we go back to the login screen. I should be able to say if the user is signed out, then we want to have all of this stuff. Oh, I need to add the switch. So I need switch, not view model.state. So this state. Not. Yep, case signed in and case signed out. I'm aware. So now this whole thing actually needs to go in here, except for one of these braces. That. Except no. Still missing one? Seriously? Yes, I am. Okay, fine. Here you go. Oh, it's because I added in an extra brace on accident. That's fine. So case signed in. That's case signed out. And then otherwise, if the case is signed in, then we want to go to the home view. Now with the apple.signin button, what I want to do is say, what is it, off view dot state dot sign in state equals dot signed in. And then in the Google sign in button, and then that goes to the view model and sign in. Self.state is signed in, yeah. Or not self.state. Also, off.sign-in state is signed in. That. Cool. Sure. What do you mean you cannot assign to a mutable expression? Okay. So instead of going publishing to state, you want to publish to sign-in state. By default to sign out. Cool. Okay, so view dot state. Then I want that to be sign-in state. Not so confusing. I need a bot which can visit a site and click a button. Is it hard to do? Can I do it? It's not hard to do. It's very doable. Depending on whether like you want it to click the site yourself or like make actual internet calls. There's plenty of more helpful internet tutorials on it. I could probably do it if I tried, but I don't like web development, so there's that. Ugh. This is frustrating. Let's see here. I already have a self.state signed in. Okay. So long story short, it might make the most sense to put this in here, right? In login, in task and off view, instead of this, make the authentication view model available, remove this, and then switch view model dot state. Okay. Then hypothetically, as in here, I might need to just do authentication view model dot. No. Okay, long story short, I think we're gonna need to move these all into one file. Or at the very least, yeah, I think this needs to go into the same file as, no, because that's an observable object, right? There's a function for sign in with Apple that returns some view. As opposed to a struct that returns the view. In here, what do I have? I make the button. I just make view model. No, I called view model.sign with Apple. So effectively, could I hypothetically move all of this into authentication view model? Like, in my previous project, sign in with Apple still returns some of the view. As long as this became an observable object, it's fine. Let me just import all of these. Okay, now it's about current nonce, which I can just grab from here. So do I even need this color scheme variable? The only issue right now is that it cannot find this button in scope. So when we go back, how did my project do it? Because I know for a fact we used the sign in with Apple button. So is it really just viewModel.sign in with Apple? There's no way that works. I mean, let's try it. ViewModel.sign in button type. Okay. What's the type? Sign with Apple button.sound black, I guess. Oh my god, that worked. No, it didn't. Preview crashed. Why did it crash? Can I try it again, or I'm just trying one on my phone, I guess? Let's see what happens. This app in the Play Store? Not yet. The goal is that it will be eventually. We'll see. If it keeps going well, it will be. Okay. Unexpectedly found vanilla when unwrapping an optional variable. Cool. That's fine. But the view load. What about sign with? Oh, it's still crashed. It's the same run. Okay, so I'm gonna take this stuff instead. And also, I get to delete this file. Delete. Move to trash. What time is it? 6:36. Brightness doing okay. Cool. All right, this looks good for now. Okay, let's see it. Oh, it's gonna build on my phone. Yeah. Don't mind me. Right, let's go to the app. I got distracted. Let's try and stop it. Yes, I killed it and rerun it again. All right, let's see it. Sign in with Apple. Continue. Allow. It did it. Okay, great. Let's see if sign in with Google works. It did. Oh my gosh. It works, y'all. Hooray! Beautiful. And now if I check the Firebase, should have both me. Still it doesn't have my sign in with Apple authenticated. I mean, honestly, that's fine at this point. They both redirect. So we can scrap this one. grab this one. We did him. And then one thing that I noticed is because my phone's in dark mode, the texts, I actually need to set them to black in both the task detail view and the we just need to set the dot foreground color to black everywhere. Cool. And then also in the not the Google sign, not the automation, not the notification manager, in the home view. I need to go through all of these. Specifically the foreground color, the text. Cool. Let's now try and run it on my phone again and see what it looks like. Alright, we're still under tornado watch right until about 7 p.m. over here. The app just reloaded, but I want to log right in. Cool, that looks good. Except the I need to force the app into dark mode because the little side indicators are not black, and I want that to change. Let's do force app to use light mode. Swift UI. Dot preferred color scheme. Okay. So this will be the whole view, I think. Dot preferred color scheme, or however high up it needs to go. Here. Dot left, please. See? Cool. Okay, apparently preview's crashing, so we're just gonna ignore and test it on my phone. Needs to reinstall. Oh, come on. Sign in with Google. Great. No, it does not look correct. Oh, that's because this is on off. I need this to be on home view. Let's try that again. No, my Wi-Fi is being funky again. Sorry about that. We'll keep going for another, hopefully 15 minutes, maybe a bit longer, just because we started late. Let's see how we're doing. Great. Okay, now that looks good. Awesome. All right. So there's that. I want to add some more stuff into the home view right here. I want to add a little search box, and I want to hopefully add like a little thing that says view archived tasks. Like a little search box and a view archived box. Let's see. We got all these. Yep. I also want to change the color of the back button in the navigation. I have two providers. That's why it connected my two accounts. Made sense. I made it do that. How? Add. What do I want? What do I want? I want to change back button color navigation bar split. Please. Split UI. So they're saying that the accent color back on the task detail view potentially should just be black. Cool. Let's give that a shot. If we go to home view. Nope. What about up here? Okay. It's the navigation. Oh, it would be on the navigation view, so it would be earlier. Because this isn't the navigation view, it's the detail view here. So whenever it ends, so like down here. Or even further down, like down here. Let's see that. Yes, here we go. I actually want the accent color to not be this color though. I want the accent color to be the fun blue. Not this part. No, I want. Obviously, I don't want the accent color to be this, but I want it to be those values. I made that way too long. That's fine. It happens. Boom. Boom. Nice. Now it matches. That blue did not look good with all the other blues that I had in here, so there's that. Let's see here. Got the task detail view, all this stuff. This all makes sense to me. Yeah, all looks good. I think. Let's try and add some of these tasks to Firebase. This makes sense to me. Let's see here. So we've got this stuff, and this looks good. And that makes sense. Yes. Application manager. Application view model. All of these look good. Yep. App itself. Yeah, something crashes here, but I don't really mind. Task detail view. Good. I think let's push this up for now, and then probably take some time to answer some questions and deal with some of these other things. Let me do get at all, git commit dash m, part 5-ish got delayed due to tornado, which is very fun. Add that in, git push, and let's see all of these. Got this stuff that I can all close out. Now let's go to the GitHub page. Let's see. I have nothing important. Cool. Click on this app here. See what's up. Looks good. I think in the next stream, it would be time to think of adding some of these tasks to Firebase, maybe? That'd be pretty cool. Let me see if I can do that now. So let's start with add Firebase Apple platforms. And then I just Firebase projects, yes. This is like I want to build Firestore. I want to add manage data, read data. Start it. Okay, so we would have something like, if we were to do the structure of this, we would have something like a task variable in the collection, but we have the ID of the task, the name of the task, the description of the task, the due date of the task, let me just go back to our task structure here, right? So we got title, so I want to change the ID to title, description, due dates, status, time tracker, and that's it. Cool. So we would create these and then the user ID. that would belong to. So we could do something like that. So it'll be the users in the top collection. And then within those, you group by user ID, right? And then within that, you have new collections, I think, for all of their tasks, which all have all of that info. So let's try that, for example, for now. If I go to console, let's build this out, and then we'll probably call it a day here. Present, share screen, go to my Firebase console, swap these around, swap this around, Taskaroo. Collection ID, users, document ID, not auto ID for now, and then test string value test. Do something like that. Okay. Don't want to have this. I want to delete this. So delete users. Blah blah blah. I want to add a document. That has user ID of this is sample user ID. And then in here to have a collection that would say this is a sample task. And then it would have a new document ID that this is a sample task ID, which would have a field of ID, which would be something, a field of title, which would be something, a field of description, which would be something, a field of due date, which would be something, a field of status, which would be something, a field of time tracker, which would be something, and then a field of user ID. I think for now, all of these are known strings except for due dates, which is a timestamp. And then, do all of these need values? I'll just give it right now. Status. Okay, so it's just timestamp that needs a value for now. So we'll do this, right? So it goes users, this sample task ID, and then all of these. Makes sense. Cool. There's a sample user ID who has a sample task. There's a sample task ID. Great. Okay. So that makes sense, I suppose. So then you have these users. We'll go from there. Cool. All right. I think now is a good time to wrap up. Thank you all very much for coming and for dealing with all of the other wonderful issues that we had. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes to answer any questions. and then also add in some descriptions to our GitHub page. But that is pretty much everything that I had in mind for today that we were able to get done. I still think we made pretty decent progress, so considering our stream was cut in half almost, and there's still issues with the weather, so yeah, thank y'all very, very much for coming. I really appreciate it. Lovely to see y'all. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and head out. Bye, everybody.